that cut, it's already pretty smooth, but it could be better. I'm guessing you've run into this too. Your cuts are almost there, but something still feels off. They're a bit jarring, jumpy, they break the flow. But what if you could hide your cuts with smoke?
Oh, give me another transition,
In this video, I'm going to show you one simple trick editors use to smooth out transitions, making your edits look more clean and feel more connected. I've got this fingerboard clip, the board flicks up the frame, and then we cut to a spinning board sequence. And already the movement between the cuts is quite smooth because the eye tracks movement within the frame, our eyes follow the board movement throughout each shot, and the zoom itself creates blur on the edges, making it more challenging for our eyes to focus on anything around this board, but you can still feel the cut because the background in this shot, the second shot, is much darker, and the board is different. So it's a jump cut. We've done our best already to smooth that out, but this is where we smooth that out even more and make these two shots feel connected. It's like it's one continuous sequence, and that's where overlays come in. I like to first think about the type of tone I'm intending with my edit. So in this project's case, it has a rustic country vibe. The font of the fingerboard company is also weathered and worn, and the name Barnyard Fingerboards informs these stylistic choices. So while there could be extra options like flashing to white or maybe like a fireball flying across the screen, I found that smoke is the best choice because one, there's already smoke in the shot itself, which motivates the choice, and two, it suits the style of this edit. I almost imagine like a cowboy film, you know, where there's like a standoff between two cowboys and they got guns and they're smoking guns, dirt being kicked into frame, that sort of thing. It just makes me think barn. I find a great place to find overlays is motion array. So selecting motion array, I'll now navigate to motion graphics because this is where we have our transitions and overlays available. In the search bar, type in smoke, comma, and this separates the term, smoke, comma, transitions, and I also want to search overlays. And already we have a lot of great options to work with. And the reason why I search for these terms is because they're specifically designed for what we're trying to achieve with this overlay. So where it starts with a blank transparent frame, fills the screen, and then ends on a blank frame, hence the transition and the overlay itself. So that's the key with using these overlays, and you're going to get results quickly without having to adjust the clip too much. So searching through this catalog, 5 smoke transitions. This looks great already. I think I'm good with this. This looks awesome. They're fast paced. They look good. They fill the frame, completely exit the frame. I'll click and drag this above where I want the transition to happen. But what you're going to notice is that it's not actually transparent. And that's how overlays work. Sometimes they do have alpha transparency, but in this case, we don't have an alpha channel. So what we'll do is make sure the clip is highlighted, navigate over to the effects controls panel, down to the opacity section, and toward the blend mode menu. And this is the reason why we put the overlay above all the other clips, is because what the blend mode does is it is a way that Premiere blends or superimposes a clip on this higher track with the ones beneath it. And for smoke, fire, water, or light, I would go with screen blend mode because it keeps the bright parts of the overlay and removes the dark ones. So the smoke stays, but the black background disappears. So now it's just about finding where that transition point fully fills the frame. Open this in my source monitor, find out where it fully fills the frame, even add a marker, and wow, when I zoom into my timeline, we're pretty close. Just got really lucky there. Okay, now let's play it through. So to make it feel even more real, or if the overlay you've chosen doesn't completely leave the frame, you can fade in and out with dissolves. You can also lower the opacity of the clip itself for a more subtle effect. Or we can even layer smoke behind the subject to sell the transition better. And if you're finding the overlay too transparent and you can see the cut behind the overlay itself, try adding the lumetri effect and then keyframing the whites bright enough until you can't see through the overlay. So now we've got a smooth, stylized, and motivated transition. These overlays, they're a hack to hide cuts, but they also help define the look and feel of your edit. If you want to dive deeper into a class project with this footage, I highly recommend that you click on the link to my Skillshare page in the description of this video, or head to my YouTube channel for more tutorials like this. Thanks for watching.